Welcome to Doctrine and Devotion, a podcast exploring Christian faith and practice from a Reformed Baptist perspective. My name is Joe Thorne. I'm the lead pastor of Redeemer Fellowship in St. Charles, Illinois.
And I'm Jimmy Fowler, elder candidate at Redeemer Fellowship. Jerk. He's so dumb.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. We had a lot to do today, and I got a lot done.
Yep.
We had an elders meeting.
Yep.
That was good.
That was awesome.
And I did some pre-marriage counseling after that.
Yep.
And now
that seemed to go well.
Yeah, it went really well. Really excited for this young couple. Good. Man, they're young. Holy smokes.
Like how young is young?
Like 16 and 17. No, they're not. They're like probably 20 and 19 or something like that.
Oh, wow. All right, well.
Yeah.
When you in love, you in love.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting married in a month.
Getting married in a month?
They're getting married in a month.
Hey, they're just trying to resist that urge to merge.
That might be a factor, sure. That could be a factor, but they're just like, let's do this thing.
I guess, yeah, like I said, when you know, might as well. Why wait?
Yeah, they were like, they were just going to do justice of the peace, and then they were like, oh, we found a place we could actually do a thing, and so, yeah, man, they're doing it. I'm really excited for them. Good couple. They love the Lord. Pretty cool.
Perfect. Awesome. How about you, Joe? How are you doing?
I think I already said, right? Doing good? Yeah. That was just what I just told you about my what's going on.
I wasn't even listening.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't listening. Yeah, things are going great for me. I was actually asking because you didn't even ask me.
I was getting ready to, but I was just finishing talking about
up.
me, and then you came back and asked me again.
Well, because you're rude. You didn't ask me. My week's been going good.
Hang
really
on.
enjoyable.
Wait,
a lot of stuff going on.
How you doing?
Oh, Joe, you know what?
In fact, I asked you first. How you doing, man?
That means a lot to me.
I ask you, and you go, nothing. That's what you do.
No, week's going good. Enjoying my time with the family. Getting lots of stuff done. Looking forward to, we're going to go watch Logan tomorrow night.
Are you really?
You're going too.
I'm really invited? I thought you were joking. You never invite me.
Never.
You never take me to the movies.
Well, because you are kind of a horrible, movie date.
No.
No, you
for
really
a good
are.
movie, for a film, I'm the best.
You get pretty annoying.
No, I don't. How?
First of all, you talk during the movie.
No, I don't. Now you're lying. I would never talk.
You sit there
I'm
and
the guy
make fun of the movie beforehand and after.
That's not true.
Doesn't matter what
all right,
the
Jimmy
choice
is lying. Listen, let me tell you who I am. I'm the guy.
Let's hear you are.
I'm the guy who will get up out of his seat, walk down 2 rows, and tell a row full of knuckleheads to be quiet. I'll be like, hey, guys, you need to be quiet. And they be quiet.
See, Joe fancies himself like one of those characters from Mystery Science Theater.
No, I do not.
You're
lying.
But the thing is, you're just not funny.
All right, so can we stop pretending? Are you really taking me to the movies?
Well, I think you're tagging along. A group of us are going. And
go on. I want to hear it. You're taking me to the movies. Come on.
I'm allowing you to come.
No,
Permission granted.
I want to hear you say, I'm taking you to the movies.
Why do you need to hear me say that?
Because it'll make me feel good.
Taking you to the movies.
That means you're paying. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, what are we talking about, man?
Pastor Pat's paid.
Well, that's right. He bought him, didn't he? We're going to go to this movie theater that has like leather recliner chairs.
And here's the thing.
They are awesome.
Joe made fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I talked about this theater.
Oh, it sounded so dumb.
And then, did I take you or did you just go? I can't remember.
We went with our kids, remember? You and your kids and me and my kids and your dad.
Right. And my dad.
Your dad was there too.
Oh, I remember now. I remember. You're right. And after that, now Joe won't go anywhere else.
Oh, no, I'm done. First of all, these are awesome leather recliner chairs. They're really nice. Everything's clean.
Secondly, you can reserve your seat. I love that. I am one of these guys.
Thirdly,
bring your own alcohol.
No, that is not a thing.
Okay, they serve alcohol.
They have beer there.
They have beer there. They have
good food.
Yeah,
you can reserve. You have to reserve seatings, really.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. So, all right, man. So what are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about Bibles.
Why are we talking about Bibles?
Because, it's the Word of God. And from my understanding, as I look at social media, there's a lot of these knuckleheads that are using versions that are not really inspired. They're not really the true words of God.
Right.
I mean, they're not sticking with the KJV.
It's weird because none of those versions are authorized. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only one of them is.
Yeah.
And
it even says it right on it.
Exactly.
Authorized version.
Exactly. So, I think we want to set people straight.
Right. Good.
To start using the right version, the only authorized version, the KJV.
1611. That's why I got it tattooed on my hand.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Bibles because we actually had a lot of requests. Hey, why don't you guys talk about Bibles and let's nerd out on Bibles? And so we thought, okay, we're not real Bible nerds when it comes to
Yeah, you can tell this is a Christian Christian podcast.
Listen, what I'm saying is,
I'm just saying when you get requests for like, what's your favorite Bible?
Yeah. So like some guys are super into like not the Word of God as the Word of God. Of course, let's say we're all into that, but they're into Bibles and the manufacturing of Bibles and all of that. So we're going to talk about Bibles, talk about translations and the Bibles we use, and some of those expensive Bibles that are pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. So in terms of translations, Jimmy, what do we use here at Redeemer?
At Redeemer, we use the English Standard Version,
ESV.
The ESV.
Yes, the Piperian Bible.
The Piper approved.
That's right. The Chandler endorsed.
The Driscoll inspired.
Oh, why do you bring that one up?
I'm just saying, okay. He was one of the key guys.
He promoted it. Lots of people use the ESV. And we'll talk about why we use the ESV and why we like it. But what are some versions that you actually like besides the ESV? Or do you like the ESV? That's what we use at Redeemer. Do you like it?
I love the ESV. That's what I use mainly. I mean, when I'm studying, I usually use like 2 or 3 different versions.
Okay.
If I'm reading something in depth, especially with Logos, it's easy, right? But I mean, the NASB, the NIV, the 84 for the NIV, the ESV. And every so often I will go with I'm trying to think of the other one I use.
Is it the OPP?
The OPP. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, those are good. I'm a big fan of the NASB. Mm-hmm. When I was converted, my first Bible was a KJV. And sorry, I'm trying to do something here. So it was a KJV Pocket New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs in the back. Okay. It was white fake leather. White leather pocket Bible, KJV, and I read it all the time. And then I finally got an NIV, which I liked.
That's what I started off with, the NIV.
Right, and then...
I guess actually I started off with the Catholic one, but keep going.
Then I got the NASB, and I loved I was NASB hardcore all the way until ESV, and I eventually transitioned to that. So, there are definitely some really good ones. Now, when we're talking about Bible translations, we get into this issue of dynamic equivalency, they call it, right?
Yes. Konzutite.
Thank you. So the issue is, right, that some Bibles are more literal, and some Bibles are more like meaning based. So more
paragraphical, or is that what we're talking about? Yeah.
Right. So like you have these almost word for word or as close as you can get from a word to word translation of the Greek and Hebrew.
Give me an idea of one of those translations.
So NASB would be a real like formal equivalent, or a literal translation, or as much of a literal translation as you get. So you got NASB, RSV, NKJV, New King James Version. ESV is over towards that side. The Christian Standard Bible is more towards that side, but it's kind of in between that and a dynamic equivalent or a meaning-based. So,
like the Message. Would you really count that? I'm just saying.
No, that's not even a translation. It's not. It's not a translation. That wouldn't be on this map.
But it's a paraphrase.
But that's not a translation.
All right, fair enough.
We deal with translations of the original languages. So you're talking New Living Translation, things like that. Now, it's not that these are. Just because something is a more meaning-based translation doesn't mean it's useless, doesn't mean it's wrong.
No.
It just means that it is not a formal equivalency, that they're not trying to match a Greek or a Hebrew word for another English word. Sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you have to use a couple of words to express, one word. But like one example is the Greek word, I think it's hilasmos, which is propitiation.
Oh, yes, of course.
And
yes, that's the one I was thinking in my head when you were bringing up this topic.
So the
Hilopolis.
No, that's a pastor. The hilasmos.
Hilasmos.
Hilasmos means satisfaction. Basically, it is translated in the English, in the ESV, and the NASB as propitiation. But in the NIV, which is more of that dynamic equivalent, they don't like the idea of that word, because what does that word mean? So they use the phrase atoning sacrifice.
Okay.
The problem is atoning sacrifice is pretty vague, whereas propitiation is very precise. Yeah. Propitiation means one thing.
That's right.
So that's the issue that people are dealing with here when they're looking at which translation should I go with? Should I go for a more literal translation or a more functional, dynamic equivalent where it's expressing the meanings, but not in a word for word kind of fashion. Kids generally very easily read the NIV. Yeah. It's not
the 84.
Yeah, the old version, not the TNIV. Then you've got like the Christian Standard Bible, which is a good translation. Yep. We like the Christian Standard Bible. Now, we actually got our hands. Some. Yeah, we just got some sent to us. Now, the guys that make the Christian Standard Bible, they said, "Hey, man, we'll send you these Bibles." They wound up sending us like geriatric Bibles, right? They wound up sending us like these giant print, like
I kind of appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, I wear glasses and I don't even want that. I got the giant print. Who wants? Listen. What I like is that
it wasn't really leather.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't. Who wants a giant print Bible? I don't want a giant print Bible.
Well, what's giant? Like giant would be
when it says on it extra large print for old eyes.
No, I like that. I mean, well, we'll get to that later.
So anyway, that was besides the Bibles that we got, the Christian Standard Bible is a very good translation. I actually like it a lot.
Yeah.
So that's another one that I do use to compare to see what's going on.
So, but out of the two, I mean, we're talking like just ESV, CSB, as far as like for Redeemer. Like at this point, we're just sticking with the ESV.
We're ESV.
We're ESV all the way.
Yeah. No, Christian Standard. We ain't even close to changing. You got to send us much nicer Bibles in large print if you want us to change.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to actually be leather.
No, goat skin. We got to have goat skin.
We got goat skin.
Yeah, I want goat skin. Skin of a devil.
That's if you're gonna buy us off right.
So, what about the KJV? Why do you hate on the KJV so much?
I don't hate on it.
Yeah, you make fun of it.
No, I'm making more fun of the people.
Okay.
I'm making fun of the mentality of that this is the only inspired version that beyond this you're missing out on the true words of God. So it's more just the cult of KJV only is who I'm making fun of, not the actual translation itself, because I do think it's helpful at times. As I'm studying, I want to look and see how different versions are interpreting sections or passages of Scripture,
right?
And see how they are similar, how they differ. Like even you talked about the Hilopolis when it came to atoning sacrifice and propitiation. Like that's kind of an important distinction there to be making. And so I do like to compare versions, and I do think KJV has stood a test of time.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't even look at it at all?
You don't even when I'm looking for unicorns, then I open up the KJV. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Numbers 23:22, Numbers 24:8, Deuteronomy 33:17, Job 39:9.
Mm-hmm. You're telling me maybe there's no unicorns?
All right, man.
I'm just saying.
God brought them out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. His glory is like the firstling of his bullock.
Amen.
And his horns are like the horns of unicorns.
Yeah.
And with them he shall put...
Testify.
Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy... Canst thou bind the unicorn with his...
Can you?
All right, here's the problem, guys. Language changes, evolves, adapts.
Yeah.
When you talk about...
So you got to be smart.
When you talk about charity today, it does not mean what it used to mean back in the day. Unicorn ain't working. King James is a fine translation for its day for the most part, though there are problems, textual problems with it that are pretty significant. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. I think it's fine to have, but some of you guys love the KJV.
Get something better.
I would say get something better. All right, so what about the kinds of Bibles? Like some people, they really get into like the specific binding and the
Absolutely.
So what is your everyday Bible?
My everyday Bible is a ESV. Actually, it's right there. That one's yours, but it's the exact same.
Oh, oh, wait, that's your ESV. Okay, got it.
No, that one's yours. But what's the kind?
You have the same one.
We have the same one. What's the kind? This is my everyday.
Your everyday Bible is my preaching Bible.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference between Joe and I there.
Yeah. No,
my everyday is Joe's preaching Bible.
My everyday Bible is better than the preaching Bible.
Your everyday Bible is going to be the journal one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course it is. All right, so specifically, I always get confused because ESV has so many different kinds.
Exactly. So specifically, this one's called...
The ESV Heirloom Single Column Legacy Edition.
That's the one I use every day. 4 ribbons.
Hand-sewn binding.
Hand-sewn binding.
Goat skin.
Goat skin. Like it is durable. It goes the distance. It's got a bit of a. The margins are nice, I think, for writing little notes. Yep. It ain't going to be
because they're what they call like a Renaissance page design.
Yeah.
So it's got this really nice balance. There's good margin.
Yep.
The paper's not. It's really cool.
Yeah. So that is my everyday Bible that I like to use when I do my devotions, when I do my study, when I do my reading. That's the Bible I use. And so, Joe, we already know you use the journal. Tell us about it.
I use the ESV moleskin hardcover journaling Bible, single column. And I go through about one a year, actually. I mark it all up. I'm pretty hard on them, and then I get a new one. Maybe not every year, but since they came out, I've gone through probably 3 of them. I like that. It's small. It's smaller than this thing. And
I like that you go through it in a year. I admire that about you, your diligence to study God's Word and to journal through it. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying, glory be to God. I'm not trying to pump you up, but I'm saying that's
whether I read it once or 1,000 times, I'm changing it up the next year. So
yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying, though. You're going through it and you're still
changing. Even if I only read it one time the whole year, I'm still going to change it out.
I know, that's fine. What's wrong with
that?
So
then I'm not studying it.
When you studied it, you still took the time to diligently write
your notes. If I didn't read it at all, next year I'd get a new one. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right.
I'm trying to be real.
Okay, so really you have no notes in there, do you?
It's
all in Romans.
I got a couple. It's just Romans 9.
It's just Romans 9.
I got to go to my Calvinist chapter. That's my favorite chapter. No, I do. I like to mark it up and put quotes in there. And I think I put a link up there about how I use the moleskin journaling Bible. My preaching Bible is the same one that Jimmy carries every day, and that's the one you preach from as well. Your everyday Bible is no. What do you preach from?
I preach from the ESV Omega Thin Line Bible.
Oh,
it's thin line. When they say thin line, it's not like. It is thinner than the other one. It's lighter.
There's no in the back. There's none of that extra stuff in the back, for example.
There's none of the extra stuff in the back. The words themselves, the font is a little bit larger, which is what it is. It's larger. That's why I like it for preaching, because it's a bit larger. And they did that they moved all the references or whatever you usually have. They moved it all to the bottom of the page to make more room up top.
So that makes it Omega? Why is it Omega?
It's called the Omega Bible.
Why is it called the Omega?
It's because it's the last one you'll ever need.
Oh, that's why you need Jimmy on the marketing team, Crossway.
So yeah, I mean, that one I like. It's light. It's something I can hold in my hand as I preach, because I'm not as strong as Joe. So I need the Bible nice and light in my hand. It lays flat, which is also.
So does that journaling Bible too. In fact, all of these higher end, the moleskin is cheap. The journaling Bible is cheap, but any good higher end Bible is going to lay flat. Yeah. From Genesis, it needs to lay flat.
Agreed. And so yeah, I love the Omega one for preaching. It's great. It's fantastic. It's good on my eyes. I'm able to flip through fast. And it's the one I just like it. And I have a bunch of markings in there. Notes and stuff for communion. If there's ever a time, ever so often I'll lead communion, and so I have my notes in there. If there's ever a time at last minute, Joe's like, "Hey man, I need you to take care of this." I've got that. I got a list of benedictions as well. So I just kind of have everything I need, offering everything I need that's already in there, just in case for the last moment. And I bring that every Sunday, just in case.
We should have a doctrine and devotion Bible.
No, stop.
We could have.
No, we're not.
We should have benedictions in there.
No, we're not.
The ones that we write for Redeemer.
Yeah, we're not doing.
Sell it on the store.
All right, head on over to drdevotion.com/store and pick up your Doctrine Devotion Bible today for $49.99.
No. It would be one of those high-end Bibles. Let's talk about those high-end Bibles.
High-end Bibles. I thought this was a high-end Bible.
Well, the Crossway? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one, I mean, it's expensive, that's for sure. It's like $250 for the everyday carry that you have.
Yeah.
A little spendy, dude. Look at you.
Oh, look at me?
Yeah.
Can I talk about? I can't. Well, yes, it's spendy.
Yeah. Wow. What way to go.
It's spendy.
That's a lot of money to spend on a Bible, buddy. All right. I get mine for 50% off. That's why I don't worry about it.
So did I. That's why I said that. I get mine at 50% off as well. That's why I was I was cautious right there. Just didn't talk.
So one place that you can go to check out some of the nicer, higher-end Bibles is evangelicalbible.com.
Absolutely. And actually, I love this website because when I was looking for a Bible, they have great reviews
right
on there as well. So
Yeah, they're really cool. And so you can check out, they've got they have the Schuler Bible, right? What else they got? They got the Allen Bible, the Cambridge Bibles, there's all Crossway Bibles, Trinitarian, and Lockman Bibles. So these are all different manufacturers.
Absolutely.
And a lot of them are in different countries. I know people that love the Allen Bibles. They talk about them all the time. And you're going to spend some money here for,
Absolutely.
like, if you're looking at an Allen Bible, I'm just going to click over to here right now.
Do the Allen one.
Okay, I'm going to do Allen, and I'm going to do ESV.
I'll look for the Cambridge.
Okay. Allen ESV. All right, so the Allen ESV New Classic Readers Navy Blue Highland Goatskin Bible is $187. And that looks like it's their most expensive ESV. Allen ESV New Classic Readers Brown, $187. And those are going to be coming out in the middle of 2017. And now, the reason these are expensive is because it's printed.
You want to hear the Cambridge?
Yeah, you went in just a second. The reason, like this one, like by Allen, is expensive, and the reason they're all expensive is because the paper is a really high quality.
Yes.
They're oftentimes out of the Netherlands. The binding is it's hand bound. It's not just glued like most of the Bibles and things like that. What about yours?
The Cambridge ESV Wide Margin Reference Bible, black goat skin.
I like that.
Now this is on sale.
Ooh, all right, sign me up.
$204.99.
Oh, I think I got it by something else.
On sale, it was at $300. Typeface 8.2 point.
Now, why would somebody spend money on a Bible like this? That's a lot of money. Why would somebody look at a Bible and go, "I'm going to drop a couple $100. I can get a Bible True Tone. I can get a True Tone for like $15."
Yeah, I mean, for me, I want something that's going to last. I want something that's going to take a beating. I want something that
How long?
I want it to last years.
Generations, right?
Generations. I want something that could, like, especially with the not necessarily the Omega one. The Omega one would be great to be able to pass on. If one of my children, if one of my boys ever, if God called them to ministry, it'd be nice to, like, pass that on. But even just like my study Bible, the one that I have my notes in, the one that I write my thoughts in, my prayers, like my struggles, that's the kind of one, to be able to pass, like, that they could look at later on.
I've done a lot of funerals for a lot of elderly people, especially when I was pastoring in Kentucky. And they had Bibles that they've had most of their lives. And that was back when Bibles were made at a higher quality.
That's right.
And more were sold. And so their Bible, Grandpa's Bible, would be buried with it, or they would give it. Usually it would be given to one of the kids, and they would read it. They would read from it at the funeral.
Wow.
So these Bibles are worth purchasing, and they're not for everybody. But these Bibles are worth purchasing because they will last generations. You'll be able to get one.
Absolutely.
And you take care of it. And you know which one I want?
Which one?
There's a Schuler Bible I want.
Let's take a look at the Schuler.
It's the Schuler Credo ESV. I don't have it, but I'm going to get it eventually.
The Schuler Credo ESV. I'm going to take a look at this, guys. Hold on. Let's pull this up.
And here's what it says. This Bible is identical to the ESV Quentel Bible with the addition, so we can talk about the Quentel, with the addition of the following historical confessions of the church. So in the back, it's got the Apostles' Creed, the Nicene Creed, the Chalcedonian Creed, the Athanasian Creed, the Augsburg, the Articles of Religion, the Westminster Standards, the London Baptist Confession. Yeah, I want that. I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, it looks really good, and it's how much? It wasn't that much. I mean, it's expensive, but it wasn't as much as some of the others. The ESV Credo. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, that makes me nervous. How much is it?
Oh, they're gonna suck you in.
Oh man, I don't see. All right, there's a review. Anywho, your Schuler ESV.
Well, you know why? It's because it's not out yet.
Oh, really?
It's due late 2017. 11-point font.
Oh, it's a big Bible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at that paper. That's nice. Look at the margins.
Let me see the margin. The margins aren't that big.
Margins are good.
No, I'm looking at it right here.
Which one? I'm looking at the thing at the bottom here.
Yeah, that's too big. Never mind. I don't want it. So, for people that are interested in Bibles, like they want to get a good Bible.
Yeah.
We generally recommend get an ESV. They're easier to read, but it retains the theological language.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's not as literal as the NASB, but it retains all the theological
and it's
language.
no longer in, what is it, perpetuity?
Oh,
ESV
almost...
Crossway almost messed that up.
Crossway, yeah. What did Aaron do?
They were no longer going to revise it. It was going to be in perpetuity.
Yeah, so they were gonna try and go KJV and leave it alone, and with some translation issues, which come up. That's why you want to keep improving and working on it and refining it. So they fixed that. They went back. They repented, and we're all good.
So they came out with another version. Now we're talking about like you're making an investment on one that's going to last. Mm-hmm. Would you then make the investment again?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Like if they updated,
exactly. If they updated, I would say. I mean, I feel like if they updated significantly,
it depends. I mean, realistically, there shouldn't be huge changes. There will be some. Not at this point, they've had years to revise it. So you want to make sure every translation is going to have issues. Every translation is going to have like things that you don't like about it. So you got to figure out what you can live with. But no, I don't. I would say you're going to get a Bible, and that's going to be your Bible for the rest of your life. I mean, if you're going to spend that money, that's your thing.
Absolutely.
Unless you're super nerd and you just like to spend money and collect all of these Bibles, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But for most people, I would say most people in general get an ESV.
Absolutely.
You can go NASB if you really like that, but I think ESV is one of the best bets. Or Christian Standard Bible. I think that's a great translation as well.
Or KJV, and whatever floats your boat.
But I would say get something that you can read, something that you can understand, something that's accurate.
That's right.
And get that Bible.
It's something that you're actually going to use. I want to say it like that, right? Like something that you're going to, if you can't read it, if it's something that, I shouldn't say it like that. Like there's some translations that maybe people find a little bit more difficult because of the language.
Right.
You want something that's going to be usable and beneficial, because if it's just sitting on your shelf, it's of no use whatsoever.
And that applies to the kind of Bible that it is as well.
Absolutely.
Like you want to be able to carry this thing. You want to be able to take it with you, throw it in your bag. The ESV study Bible is a good study Bible, but it was so huge when it came out. People were like, what do I do with this thing? And now they got smaller versions with the same content, and now you got apps on your phone. You don't really need a study Bible these days, but make sure it's something that you can actually carry with you. If you're a new Christian and you're looking for a Bible, man, call a local church, see if they'll give you one if you can't afford one. Otherwise, go pick up an ESV True Tone. Read that thing till it falls apart. Then go ahead and invest in something good.
Absolutely.
I think we've all had Bibles that we've had for a long time, but I still have that NIV Life Application Bible somewhere in my house.
So do I.
That I read back in 93.
I tore that one
92.
up.
Yeah.
I tore that one up. I tore it up in 2000, was from 98 to 2003.
How old were you in 1998?
Let me think here. I think 16.
Wow.
Yeah, because I started.
I was married.
I started attending high school in 96, graduated in 2000. And it was my end of my sophomore year that I began going to church.
You're a 90s kid.
I'm not going to tell you who gave me that Bible. Never mind.
Why not? Why not?
Because it's a name drop.
Oh, I know who gave it to you. Let me guess. I got to think of his name. He is at Soma now, and he was at Christ Community, and his name is Jeff Vanderstel. Boom, got it.
He's the one. Gave my first Bible.
All right. So
tore that sucker up.
Okay, metaphorically, of course.
Huh?
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, all right, cool. All right, guys, if you check out the links in our show notes. We have links to some of the Bibles that we mentioned here, ones that you can invest in that might be a little more expensive, but also just ones that are affordable and even ones that you can give away. If you want to support the podcast, we would love it if you would follow us on social media, Instagram and what is the other one? Twitter at Doc and Devo, or even on Facebook. It's just facebook.com/Doctrine and Devotion. How else can they support the show?
They can head on over to the website, doctrinedevotion.com, click on the store. There you can grab the 2016, the 2017 T-shirts. You can grab a hoodie. You can grab a journal. And we now have a new video section up there that you can grab. We've got the Stetzer videos. We're going to have the Confessional Piety videos. And Joe Thorne's 3 new books, his trilogy on the local church. You can either buy the trilogy at a great discount, or you can grab each individual book, which is still discounted.
Listen, they can go to Amazon. They can go to Moody Publishers.
Yeah.
Or you can support the podcast.
Yep,
Get those books right from us. And you know what? We ship quick.
Oh, within 1 business day.
Bang.
Bada bam.
Oh, wait. But we probably can't ship international. It's probably too expensive.
Oh. Actually, we've now got a arrangement with United States Postal Service, so we can now ship international. So let me tell you this. If you are in Europe,
right,
you will not see Joe Thorne's books until July.
Yeah, they can't get them. They ain't
Unless
be
you
there.
go over to drdevotion.com.
Wait.
I ship internationally.
They can go to our website, buy my books, and get them months before they're going to be.
Absolutely. We will. Once you place your order, it ships out within a business day.
What are you waiting for, UK?
Get over there.
Hey,
I know
New
a
Zealand.
lot of you guys in UK have been asking me, when can I get these books? When can I get these books?
Now.
I can't get them till July. Now you can.
Right now.
Right now.
You know why? Because Fofo knows.
Fofo knows.
Fofo gets it done.
Oh, yeah. I already told the publisher. I was like, man, I'm going to hit up everywhere else before you get there. After I signed the agreement for for the pricing and everything.
Right.
And I'm like, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit up every area before you get there.
Ain't nobody buying from Moody. That's not good. I think they want to sell books.
Yeah, well, they're selling it to me.
Oh, okay.
They're selling it to me. I'm just selling it to others.
So, that's about it, man. We have got fresh content, right? Fresh podcast happening.
What'd you say?
I said podcast?
Podcast?
I don't know what that is. It's
like
European.
A fallcast?
Yeah.
So like a fake podcast.
So
like
pseudocast?
A pseudocast?
We have Fresh Pod every Monday and every Thursday. We have articles coming out every Wednesday, and we will eventually get around to dropping off a video. I'm tired, dude. I got to go to bed. I have 2 long nights in a row. I got to get to bed.
Pobrecito.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's good. And then fresh video content coming out on Fridays eventually, soon here. Stay tuned for that.
Later.